So Alex Clay on Facebook had a really interesting topic that he came up with, and I think it's kind of worthy of discussion. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it as well. Ever since Prince passed away a little while ago, everyone's talking about how he only used Boss pedals and why didn't he use boutique pedals, and it really brought up some interesting ideas of exactly why boutique stuff is important to some people. Boutique, quotations, whatever you want to call it. Why that's important to some people and why, other people are just fine with like their Boss pedals or whatever. In talking to Alex, we came up with a couple different ideas. I'd love to hear your thoughts around this. So I think the first idea is the group of people who think if it's not broke, don't fix it. They love their tone the way it is. They have no incentive to change at all. Take Tom Morello, for example. I think he's been playing pretty much the same gear for a while. And there's more too. That's just the first one that Alex mentioned off his head, and he's right about that. And then you have another group, people like me, for example, the gas hounds, the gas being gear acquisition syndrome, which basically means that you love to buy gear. You don't necessarily need it, you just like the feeling you have whenever you get a new piece of gear in the mail, or you buy a new guitar, or you buy a new amp, or whatever. There's much worse things to do with your time and your money. Some people love to go bowling or golfing or whatever. I like to buy gear. I like to buy guitar pedals, even the cheaper stuff. I've been on a cheap kick lately. I've been buying some Boss pedals just to mess around with for fun. And as you guys have seen these videos, and I did some Metal Zone mods here in the past week or so. And that stuff's fun to me. That's what I like to do. With that feeling, it's also the thought of, well, yeah, my pedal board does sound good now, but I wonder what it would sound like with this new overdrive that I'm looking at, or with this new delay that so-and-so came out with. And then there's a whole other group of people who just really don't care. And I think Prince kind of falls into that category, sort of the category where it's just a tool. Kind of like a carpenter buys a hammer. They want a good hammer, but they don't always necessarily have to have an exact brand. They just need a good hammer that works. And I think some artists kind of fall into that same sort of thing where they just know that they need certain sounds, and that's what they're concerned about. They're more concerned about getting it recorded out to the world. It's way more important to them than what this particular delay sounds like compared to this other delay. And I think that's really the third group of people. So I'm really anxious and curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Where do you guys fit into the whole thing? What is your thoughts on chasing that elusive tone that you're trying to get, or buying the next pedal or guitar or whatever in order to feel happy? What's your thoughts? So leave a comment below and I'll answer in the comments as well, and we'll talk to you soon. See you in a few days.